Hey guys, it's Emma Vigling with TYT Politics. Big day in TYT land. It is Jordan Sheridan's birthday, and so you guys gotta thank him for all the wonderful journalism he's been doing over this past year. You really have to subscribe to youtube.com/TYT Politics, share our videos, like our Facebook page. That's the best gift that you can give him. I know he's a workaholic and would love those things for your particular birthday. I know he's watching right now, so wish him a happy birthday. Like our page, youtube.com/TYT Politics, share, all that good stuff. Jordan's also going to be doing a birthday edition of a Facebook Live to talk about some of the new Hillary Clinton polling situations, which is, it's not looking good for her, let's be honest. And also just make sure to check out the page because Eric is going to be down in North Carolina covering 2 Trump rallies today. So always good fun at those Trump rallies if that's your definition of fun. Meaning violence and hatred and all that stuff. So Eric will be doing that. So again, check out our page, youtube.com/TYT Politics, subscribe, and then always look out for us on Facebook. But last night some big news broke, so I wanted to share this with you as early as possible today in the morning. Hillary Clinton has had this email saga rage about, and there's been a lot of competing storylines. Did she know about this thing? Did she know about this thing? Blah, blah, blah. There hasn't been that much clarity. And, of course, the Republican subcommittee about Benghazi is scrambling over their 8 millionth hearing about what her role was in Benghazi when there's actual malfeasance, not really malfeasance, but actual incompetence going on in her email saga that they seem to have overlooked and had to be found by Redditors. So although, yes, Republicans are also fixated on her emails, that's an actual story, and they were unable to really find the smoking gun. Redditors seem to have found it. See, nothing is really confirmed. When I went to sleep last night, they were saying that, now the House committee is going to look into this, but it seems like it's gaining ground now. And now Law News is calling it a smoking gun. Very big news. Again, this was found by Redditors online. So, of course, the incompetence of our government, they can't figure out this email saga, and we have to have regular Americans do it. Just very symbolic of the current gridlock and idiocy of our Congress. So I'll read to you guys directly from this Law News article, but also check out, I think I saw USA Today pick this up, and also The Hill last night, so that's where I initially got this news. So here we go. A group of Redditors is convinced they found the smoking gun in the Clinton email saga. You don't say from the headline. They believe they discovered posts from an IT specialist who was looking for advice on how to delete and remove content of, in all caps, very VIP emails. The dates of the post correspond very closely to the revelations about Clinton's private email server. If true, the post could provide more information into how and why emails ended up getting deleted from Clinton's private email server. The Redditors have already gotten the attention of the House Oversight Committee, which confirmed they are looking into the matter. So, this IT guy, who was working for Hillary Clinton, basically went on Reddit to ask for a more covert way to delete and redact certain aspects of her email that included her name. So, that's kind of counterintuitive, you dumbass. Don't go on the internet when you're supposed to be trying to be covert and help delete her emails for her on her private server. That's not good. That's going to get archived. Everything on the internet gets shared and archived. I know maybe if some potential employer is going to see me swearing on this particular medium. I don't care about that. But yeah, that's the number one rule of the internet. Everything gets saved. Excuse me. Everything gets saved. Everything gets, it's an echo. It remains in the internet. So this guy's not a very intelligent IT guy. I'll continue. The Redditors believe the questionable post came from the IT specialist Paul Gambetta, who worked for Platte River Networks. The Colorado-based company was contracted by the Clintons to administer their private server. Gambetta, who was believed to have deleted Clinton emails from the server, was granted immunity by the U.S. Department of Justice during their investigation of the private server. He did plead the fifth, but he also had immunity. basically, I think the Justice Department was a little bit in the tank for Hillary Clinton, like, if we're being honest. Obviously, the Justice Department decided not to go ahead with the prosecution of her, even though, at the FBI's recommendation, that seems to make sense, but, of course, as has been discussed at length on this channel, if there was, like, a low-level person who treated emails and classified material with this level of incompetence, the Justice Department would be going after them with a hammer and with all the forces in the world. But that's not the case. It's Hillary Clinton, and she's one of the most powerful people in government, even when she wasn't even working in government after she stopped being Secretary of State after Obama's first term. Researchers on Reddit believe that Combetta posted to Reddit under the username StoneTier. Here is one of his posts from July 23, 2014. Hello all, I may be facing a very interesting situation where I need to strip out a VIP, very VIP, email address from a bunch of archived emails that I have both in a live exchange mailbox as well as the PST file. Basically, they don't want the VIP's email address exposed to anyone and want to be able to either strip out or replace the email address in the to/from fields in all of the emails we want to send out. I'm not sure if something like this is possible with PowerShell or exporting all of the emails into MSG and doing files or find/replaces with a batch processing program of some sort. Does anyone have experience with this, with something like this, and or suggestions on how this may be accomplished? However, it is important to note that Platte River Networks has not confirmed that connection nor responded to media requests. Law News has also reached out to stonetier@gmail.com for further comment, which was the email address that this guy used. Interestingly, an Etsy profile using the name Paul Combetta also used StoneTier as a username. So this doesn't really seem like much of a stretch. I've seen a lot of pro-Clinton people say, this is conspiracy theory. It doesn't seem like it at this point. What's more, the email quoted above is dated July 23, 2014, according to an archived page. That is around the same time that Hillary Clinton was first contacted by the State Department about her private email server. And the exact day that the Platte River Network employees discussed sending emails overnight to Clinton's aide, Cheryl Mills, from a 2015 Washington Post article. He, in reference to Congressman Ron Johnson, cited the July 23, 2014 email in which employees at Platte River Networks, the private company that was then maintaining her server, discussed sending copies of Clinton's emails overnight to Cheryl Mills, a longtime Clinton advisor. A spokesman for that company confirmed Tuesday that its workers started pulling Clinton's emails to submit to Mills in July 2014. So the timelines all match up. And the StoneTier used for an Etsy profile, again, this was done all by online Redditors, not the government. Just hilarious what the power of the internet and what people can do when they set their minds to it. It doesn't seem like that much of a coincidence, yet I'm sure you're going to hear if you hear anything about it in the mainstream media, it's going to be cloaked in conspiracy theory talk and shoved under the rug. Obviously, this seems extremely direct and seems very obvious. We still have to wait for more information, but if you guys were taking an aggregate of evidence, I'm sure you would come to the same conclusion that I'm coming to. The guy has the same Etsy profile as the username that he used to talk about redacting very VIP emails. Like, it's not like everyone uses StoneTier. There isn't like StoneTier 145@gmail.com. It's not very common. So that seems to be this guy's alias. According to the FBI report, in December 2014, Mills told an unnamed Platte River employee that Clinton didn't need access to emails older than 60 days. However, an employee apparently forgot to implement the new retention policy and had an oh shit moment. The employee told the FBI that he had deleted the Clinton archive mailbox from the PRN server and used BleachBit to delete the exported PST files that he had created on the server system containing Clinton's emails. The unnamed Platte River employee is believed to be Combetta. So clearly this guy is fairly incompetent and messed up a lot. Now the House Oversight Committee is planning to look into this apparent Reddit discovery, presumably to determine whether it is legitimate. Seems pretty legitimate to me, right guys? There is another House Oversight Committee meeting scheduled for next Thursday, where there is no doubt all of this will come to a head. In July, FBI Director James Comey announced he had concluded the investigation, was not recommending charges against Clinton. So, I don't know how much actual impact this is going to have, besides basically just proving to us that what we initially suspected was true. The FBI isn't going to go forward with an investigation. The Justice Department certainly is, if the FBI is not, if the FBI isn't recommending anyone to go forward with it. So it doesn't do that much in terms of actual tangible investigations. The investigation that the FBI did has been concluded. Would have loved that. Also, we don't know the details of the FBI's investigation. They could have come and found this on their own and not disclosed it to the public. But it does seem curious that it's coming to light now because some people on the internet did their due diligence and looked into these very VIP email posts. When the first breath of the email scandal came out, a lot of progressives like myself were like, this is Benghazi 2.0, this is dumb, this is just the Republicans going on another witch hunt. And of course, it ended up being actually correct and a real scandal, and something that spoke mostly, I believe, to her hubris and arrogance more than anything, wanting to circumvent the normal ways of going about dealing with classified material, just so that she could have more, an easier time maybe dealing with Republicans in her potential White House run, or just wanted something in her own home for convenience. Either way, it does speak to the fact that the Clintons believe that they can go around the rules, and the entire primary spoke to that as well.